Well, welcome to our online service today. Well, we've somehow found ourselves in the second half of 2020. And as we've heard recent unsettling events in Victoria, these things remind us that the future our nation hopes for in this year and beyond is still out of reach. But whatever lies ahead in 2020, in this second half of the year, the things God has told us in the Bible about himself, about our world, and about where things are headed, these things give us hope, even at this time. A Melbourne pastor named Murray Campbell offers us this helpful perspective. He says that Christians can be comforted by these words of Jesus from Matthew 24. You will hear of wars and rumours of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There'll be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of the birth pains. Murray goes on to say, these words don't diminish the shocking reality of such events, but God is not surprised. And we should not be alarmed or surprised by events that take hold of people and nations and the natural world. We can be appalled and grieve these sharp reminders of a world that is cursed and cannot save itself. So what we're experiencing in 2020 is a massive dose of what millions of people around the world regularly experience, and what past generations have also lived through. But what's new now is perhaps the major issues now facing us. Jesus adds in Matthew 24 that his people have a mission, and it remains unchanged. Jesus says that this gospel of the kingdom, of his kingdom, will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come. The hope of the nations is this gospel that Jesus speaks of, the gospel about him, of Jesus Christ, the one who died and was raised to life. No government or superpower has a weapon of such power in their arsenal that leads the dead to be raised to eternal life. No one can do that. And so what God tells us in the Bible about himself, about our world, and about what lies ahead reminds us of one thing. No matter what crisis we're facing, all Christians need to be clear about the gospel, the good news of Jesus that changes everything. And we need to be committed to preaching this gospel because nothing else and no one else can save anyone. Now, we're going to hear a bit more about that mission, that gospel mission next Sunday as our new Bishop Gary Koo comes to visit, to preach to us. But in our service today, we're going to reflect on what God did for a particular man, for his servant David. John Batten's going to come and preach to us from Psalm 34 during our time together. We're going to begin thinking about what God has done for us as we sing our first hymn, God is our strength and refuge.